Create cinematic videos with CDance 2.0 on Artlist.
And I'll also show you some of the things that I do to try to keep myself cool, since I do live in a minivan full time. So welcome, my name is Scott, and I have been living out of this little minivan for about a year and a half now. So I'll be going into my second summer in this van, and this is actually the second van I've been living out of. My first van was set up pretty well and was very comfortable in summer weather, but I had done a lot of work to that to get it to be that way, to get it to be so comfortable in warm weather. This van is a different story. This van is a work in progress. So I've just got a few little things that I need to get done on this van to get it to be as comfortable as it can be. So I thought I'd show you some of the things that I've already done to try to improve the comfort level of the van to keep it as cool as possible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I prefer cooler weather. I really don't do well in warm weather, so I do everything I can to make sure that my living space, which is of course this Toyota Sienna, just to make sure that it stays as comfortable as I can get it to be. Oh, by the way, if you hear a lot of noise, it is very windy outside, so that's what you're hearing. I'm not being attacked by anybody, although maybe I'm being psychically attacked by somebody that I'm not aware of. Hopefully not. Anyway, I've got a little project that I want to get done, which is on my fridge here. So this fridge I've had for a few weeks now. This is a 12-volt fridge. It runs off of my solar power that I have, my solar power system that I have in my van here. I've been liking this fridge a lot, but I think I need to add one little thing to it before summertime weather gets here. So I've had several of these 12-volt fridges in the past, and I've found that they usually will lose a little bit of efficiency out of their lids. And it seems like a lot of the times the lids don't have a whole lot of insulation in them. So normally what I've done is I've added just a little bit of extra insulation on top of all the other 12-volt fridges that I've had. This one, it seems like in the few weeks that I've been using it, seems like it's very well insulated. The lids have what feels like a lot more insulation in them than any of the other fridges I've owned. So I just locked myself in there. I was at first thinking I wouldn't add any insulation onto the top of these lids because I didn't really think that I needed them. But I have kind of changed my mind because I find that this is just not very comfortable. It's hard plastic. I think that I should cover it with something. So instead of putting some insulation on it like I've done with the other fridges, I just stopped at a dollar store and I bought a piece of carpets. And this will obviously provide a little bit of insulation on its own, which might be helpful. But also, I think it'll just feel better having a piece of carpet on top. And it's a nice low-cut carpet, so I'll be able to still use this kind of as a tabletop. One thing I found over the last last few weeks of using this fridge is at night I'll set my glasses down. I wear contacts during the day, and at night I put my glasses on. And before I go to bed, I take them off and I set them on top of the fridge here. And because I've never parked where it's level, I find that my glasses keep sliding off. So just for that thing alone, I think it'd be helpful to have a piece of carpet on top. So I'm going to do this real quick. Real quick, in a way, I really enjoy my coffee. That's why I made my coffee here, to give myself a little pick-me-up and encourage me to get this done. But once I get this done, I will take you around the van and show you a few of the things that I'm doing on this van to help keep it cool in here. Some of the things are the same as I've been doing for the last 10 years, but I did with my old van. I've had to do a few new things with this van. We'll talk about that in a second after my coffee break and a little bit of work here. This is the way to do a project. I take a couple of measurements, I drink some coffee, I cut a little bit, drink some coffee. It's all about the coffee, really. That's why I say the coffee keeps me going. I am using some shears to cut this carpet. This may not be the best thing, but this is what I am using. These are some shears I got at Harbor Freight, and I used to use my kitchen shears for stuff like this. But I realized that I really like these kitchen shears. They're a little bit expensive and they're a little bit hard to get. So I figured I should probably just keep these for kitchen stuff and not ruin them with van building stuff. So I have left the kitchen shears alone and I'm just using these now, and it's actually kind of nice. The spring in these is nice, especially when you're cutting something heavy like this carpet. And they are very, very sharp, almost as sharp as my kitchen shears. And they were about a third of the price. And of course, if I ruin these, I can just run right back to Harbor Freight and get another pair. So I like these, and definitely like my kitchen shears too. But definitely will be keeping them separate from now on. Probably save me a little bit of money as well as aggravation. And just like that, I am done. I think this dresses this up nicely. It makes this a much nicer top for my fridge. It fits pretty good, and it was a pretty simple job. The only thing is I didn't have the right kind of double-sided tape, so I had to use this stuff, which is fine. This works, but there's actual carpet tape, they call it, and around these parts you can get it at Target or Ace Hardware, and this is what I've used in the past. I like it because the carpet tape is much thinner than this stuff is. I cannot really figure out